My name is Asha and I'm from English at 369 UK. Recently, many people have requested me to help them to prepare for an interview. And I think no matter who you are, how much knowledgeable you are, or even if with lots of experience in the same field, we all get panic when we hear the term interview. I don't think this is a thing you need to worry about because we at English 369 UK we do prepare you for an interview. We have online interview details. So whoever who would like preparation can always WhatsApp us. We've included the WhatsApp number with the description. I would like to give you certain tips today that would encourage and enable you to attend an interview effectively. See, today we will deal with generally to prepare for a job interview, as well as we'll particularly look at a nurse's interview when they come to UK. I think years ago I had the same feeling and I was quite panicked when I heard the term interview. I think I still do. But I think it was a lot better when I myself started interviewing people. And I just realized this is what it is. So I would like to share that with you today. And hopefully, after this, you'll all be confident and be prepared for an NHS interview. Okay, so the first frequently asked question, what can I expect in an NHS interview? Do I have to have nursing knowledge to get my NHS interview done? Well, yes, you should have some sort of nursing knowledge. However, in a band 5 interview, I don't think that the NHS trust actually measures your, clinical, they will measure your clinical knowledge, but not the theory aspects much. So they wouldn't be probably asking you about the drug, about the clinical interventions that you may have to do. NHS mainly focus on the human approach to nursing. They will put yourself in a situation and they will ask you to imagine you in that situation, and with an empathetic feeling you should be answering all these questions. I'll give you a couple of examples so that you get a clear idea about it. So first of all, as usual, any job interview you will be asked about you will be asked to introduce yourself. And how can I do this effectively? When I introduce personally about myself, I'll try to include all the aspects. So I may try to include my interest, my career background, my professional background and my education, a little bit about my family, and about even my previous job role. I wouldn't go into much detail about any of these aspects because it's just a self-introduction. So try and cover all the your personal interest, your everything as I've said. I wouldn't give them like more than 3 minutes for answer to this question. Okay, so try to give a good orientation about yourself. That's the first thing you may need to look at. As usual, as you can expect in any other interviews, they may ask you why did you apply for this job. So you should have enough knowledge about the nurses role in NHS, and you should have enough knowledge about the trust values and trust visions, whichever trust you are applying for. So have a glance toward that. Do a bit of research about all these aspects, and hopefully that is probably going, that can serve you to impress your interview panel. And the next thing I would like to bring out is the confidence. So they may ask you, what are your strengths? What do you believe? Or if I ask you one of your friends, how will you tell that you are strong enough for this post? So you yourself should have a clear idea about your skills that may contribute to this job. So some people, when I interview some people, they say like, oh, I'm a good bike rider. Well, that doesn't contribute to this job. So I don't particularly want to hear to that. Say I'm a hardworking person. Say I'm dedicated. And you can, so if you employ me, this is what you can expect from me. So try and give your positive feedback and try and give your positive qualities which is related to your job role. So that's another important thing. They may also ask you about you think. So some people come and say, well, I think I'm perfect. I don't think I have any weakness. I don't agree with us. We all have some sort of weakness, and to an extent we should be identifying that. So some people come and tell, well, actually I'm a bit perfectionist and I try to get more organized. So that can be a bit time consuming in my job. Some other people may come and say like, oh, well, I'm not doing the tasks. So I may take everything and then may I struggle. So anything that you say, try and put a solution. So for example, you said like you are, um, you struggle to, because you're a good organizer, you have got time limitations. So then you say that, but recently I've done a training, or you can even say like, now I'm a bit better workload and I think I can do it much better now. So give also a positive quote at the end rather than saying, oh, this is my weakness and this is what you have to expect me at work. But if there is a weakness, try and back it up to qualities that you are, or at least reassure by them saying, I am in problem and I think I have done pretty much. Okay. Now, they may ask you scenarios in NHS interviews sometimes. So these scenarios may be completely unfamiliar to you. So we train here about the scenarios that may ask, and what are the situations that you may have to deal with. All these things needs to be considered. So after hearing an NHS interview, it's just not an interview. It is actually testing your knowledge, and you should be using your knowledge at that time. That is what you need to do, and you should be confident enough to show that you have enough knowledge and skill for this particular post, and then only you will succeed. Okay, because they've got many people who has passed OET, CBT, waiting ready for their PIN numbers, so you are going to be a bit tight there. So always be well prepared. Look out for the scenarios. There are different scenarios considering your department they can put into, and you should be then bold enough to say that this is what I'm going to deal with. Okay, you should have to put more human nature to your nursing. Try to be compassionate throughout your interview, and always be professional and be empathetic. Here, the dress code doesn't carry much. However, dressed and look professional. Will just make sure that you impress the employer in that way as well. I hope you will all prepare for your interviews very well, and if you need anything, any help with anything, please don't forget that you can email us at oit369@gmail.com. You can also log on to our website english369.uk, and you can also WhatsApp me for any further queries. Thank you so much. Keep on supporting OIT369. Bye.